Good morning, everyone. It is me, Ash, and I figured we'd do a get ready with me / go over a palette I just got. I know it's been out for a while, but I just figured we could go over it a little bit and do makeup together. I got the Melt 420 palette. It came in this box, which is really cute. The packaging on this, guys, this is so, it's lame. That is a cutout. So it's cut out for this, it's a cutout for this, and this. It doesn't go over the whole palette, and they're like stickers and very easy to pull off, which is very disappointing in my opinion and kind of cheap. So I got this from Beauty Bay, and it came slightly broken right here, and this shade here, they packaged it really poorly. So I went ahead and wrote Beauty Bay just to kind of complain about the packaging, because it was just thrown in a box like with some hard paper, and it wasn't even packed or secure or anything. And they went ahead and gave me a 40% refund, which is far more than what I wanted or what I was expecting. So, but you know, I did pay a lot of money for it, and it was kind of petty. But maybe they should package things a little bit better. I know Melt products are also notoriously soft and easy to break, so they should have known better. I only have one other Melt palette, which I figured would be a really good companion with this because it's mostly shimmers. It's the Smoke Session. I got this palette because I so badly wanted the Gemini, and that is no longer in stock, and it hasn't been for a while. And that could just be because it's out of stock and they're going to stock it. They haven't announced, but I started getting really scared that they weren't going to restock it. And Brianna Faye, like a year ago when this palette first came out, did a review on this and said that it reminded her of the Gemini and that she could have came up with the look on her eyes using the Gemini palette. So I went ahead and got this one just out of fear. I know it's redonkulous, but yeah. Okay, hopefully it's not as bad as everyone says. I'm gonna go into wax. I've already primed my eyes, by the way. Ooh, lots of kick up. Okay, whatever. I did not get that job, you guys, which I'm not too disappointed about. I mean, I start thinking about my worth, and like it kind of hurts my self-confidence, but I'm not like, you know, if it was meant to be, it was meant to be. Lots of fallout. And it just wasn't, and that's what it is. So that's cool. What else is new with me? I don't have like a whole lot of, you know, fun, interesting things. My life is pretty boring, especially with COVID. Oh, so I did a coworker of mine who knows that I like to do makeup wrote me one evening and was like, hey, can you do or come up with a very simple Beast look, you know, from like Beauty and the Beast, and film it, but don't edit it. So, you know, the full everything, and no editing, no speeding of this, because a mom was struggling to come up with a Beast look for a high school play for the school district that I work for, ironically. And so I was like, okay, well, how long do I have? When does it need to be up? And she's like, I don't know, let me ask. And she's like, tomorrow. And so I was like, oh my gosh, like that's not very much time. But I was like, okay, I'll try. Like, I can't promise it's going to be any good, but I'll try. So I did it, and, I got a thank you, and, I thought, they're just being polite. Like, I didn't actually know if I had helped them or not. The quality of the video wasn't, like, spectacular, And so there was that, and I hadn't heard anything for a while. Like, I was hoping if I did help them that I would, like, see pictures, and because they were so rushed, full melt is what I'm going into. Since I was so rushed to get it, I assumed that the play was going to happen right away, which I guess they were just preparing for it. I don't know. They filmed it. They're doing it fully online because of COVID, and I got a random email in my work email, which I thought it was false. Like, I thought it was a phishing mail, for an Ulta Beauty gift card. And I was like, oh, I kind of think I recognize this name. So I went ahead and opened it up and, went through the process, and it was like a thank you Ulta gift card from the director of the film. And they're like, wow, that was really kind, and not, I did it just for fun. Like, I wasn't expecting, a gift card. So I was like, that's cool. Like, thanks. And I offered to volunteer more in the future. I was like, I don't, like, on the little thank you, I sent back, like, yeah, hey, like, I had fun doing this, and I would love to continue to volunteer for the high school or for the middle school for plays like this. I would have fun doing it. And so I'm hoping in the future I'll be able to do that. But then the next day there was a work email that, was sent out to everybody about the play. Like, hey, here's the virtual play. You can buy the tickets online. Like, they were just donation tickets, so you could see it for free. But they were asking, for donations. And in the cast, my name was there as the designer of the Beast makeup, because I didn't actually apply the makeup on the kid because of COVID, and the mom wanted to do it. And so she actually applied, the makeup on her son. But I was given credit, and it seems kind of stupid, but, like, I don't know, I felt kind of special, maybe. I'm like, oh, hey, look, my name is there. Like, the whole district that I work for and all the parents and everybody just has access to that. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so that was fun. This shade is a little bit challenging to blend. It's a little harsh is what I mean, but it's really pretty. So yeah, that's pretty much it kind of came at a good time too, because, like, honestly, you guys, I knew that I probably wasn't going to get that job, and, but I still feel kind of worthless a lot. Like, I don't want to go into that whole, like, oh, I'm so depressed, like, I have self-confidence issue. But it's true. I'm not a very confident person, and I do struggle with depression, and I don't want any, like, petty, being, asking for, I don't know, attention or whatever, but it's just the truth. And so I was feeling just a little down, and not because I really wanted that job, which I kind of did, but I kind of like the school that I'm at right now, and I want to take over for the head position there when my lead retires, which is going to be in 2 years or so. So I wasn't, like, super disappointed, but I just felt like, oh, again, I'm not good enough. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain how I'm feeling. But so when I got that card, that, Ulta thing, and then my name was, like, as the designer. I don't know, it kind of came at a good time. All right, so I'm going to go into Roll It. But, you know, that's that. I don't think I have anything else spectacular to talk about. Yeah. Like I said, I'm a pretty boring person and kind of stay at home and go to work. Got my kids and stuff too, you know, but I'm not sure if anybody wants to hear about my kids. How is everyone else? Anything fun going on in your life? How are you feeling with COVID? I don't know. It's becoming increasingly more challenging for me to remain positive with it all, but you know, some people it doesn't bother them, or they're just living their good lives like normal. Yeah. This brown is a little patchy when I blend it out, so it's kind of one of those shades I feel like you kind of have to blend it out and then pat it on and then not touch it. I've just kind of been going back and forth between those three shades, trying to blend it out the way I want it. So I've been, you know, thinking about doing a project pan, but oh my gosh, I've been watching videos on how other people do it, and it just seems so, I just don't want to be limited to anything, you know what I mean? Like, I just seems really, I don't know, challenging for me. I could totally project pan or do a project pan on things like foundation or on facial products, but like when it comes and not so much highlighter or blush, but like foundation products, primers, foundation powder, you know, setting powder, setting spray. But when it comes to like all the colorful stuff, like I would just be so bored to have to, I don't know, stick to one thing. But I was thinking, I am not on a no buy, but I am on a low buy. And I still, with a low buy, spend more money than I should, to be honest. So I was thinking about potentially just using, like picking a, like kind of a shop my stash, but I wouldn't do a shop my stash. I'm not like into that. Those videos, I don't like watching them personally, and I wouldn't want to film them. But like maybe picking a set of palettes to use for a 5-week period, or not a 5-week period, for a 2 or 4 week period, depending on how many I picked, and try to get a certain amount of uses out of just those palettes. I could do something like that, so I'm not limited to one palette, and I'm not trying to pan something and get bored or whatever with it. I think that that's what I want to do, maybe. But I mean, okay, my channel, I'm not getting very many views. That's cool. I'm not doing it for the views anyways. I'm just doing it for fun, and I enjoy it. But maybe, I don't know, maybe people would get bored of seeing me use like the same palettes over and over again. When I watched Angela I don't know, Nyquist. I don't know how to say her name, but she just did a video about YouTube, and that most people aren't even wanting to watch people do makeup. They just want to talk about it. And so I find that so crazy, because I'm one of those people that really miss the 3 looks 1 palette. I miss those videos. But if nobody is interested in something, you know, like that, especially with older palettes that have been out for a while, then I just have no chance. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Like, what should I do? What do you think? I don't know. So this palette only has 1 shimmer in it, and it's called Shatter. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the Shatter thing. Oh, you know, that new Melt palette came out, and everybody, you know, I'm gonna wet my brush. Everybody did that review on it and were like attacking Melt for, oh, another pot palette. And I'm like, they have a lot of other palettes that aren't pot palettes. I don't understand why it's so wrong for them to stick with their brand theme and what they, you know, kind of have been doing, and releasing a pot palette or 2 a year. Like, I don't see anything wrong with it. Though, how many greens and grungy colors can you come up with? I'm not sure. But pot isn't all just green. There's hairs and, you know, things like that in it. So they could get a little bit more creative and add some red and purple. There's pink. I don't know. I have never dabbed before in my life. I'm not interested in that shit. That is so high concentrate. Like, I don't know how people do that shit. Like, that would just fuck me up. Sorry for my language. But, you know, that's that. The shimmer is not that great. It's not bad, but I definitely have to wet it and finesse it. Might work better with a finger. You know, you guys, like, I'm using this and it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like, a lot of the reviews are so bad. Like, people absolutely hated this, and I'm not hating it at all. Ooh, if you hear that, I'm sorry. Somebody outside is doing something. My neighbors. Sounds like leaf blowing or mowing or weed eating. I don't know. I don't know if you can hear it. But yeah, I'm not hating this palette at all. I'm not like super crazy impressed with it, but I'm almost like, damn, people really hated on this palette, and like, it's not that bad. Like, that makes me happy. I was afraid I was gonna really hate this palette, but I don't. And I love the colors. It is one that takes a little bit of work. Like, you can't just, it's not a 2 shadow and done, or like a quick, you know, thing. You have to go back and forth with the shades and stuff, but I like it. Maybe I'm weird. Have you used this palette? Do you like it? I don't know. If I am all over the place, I'm sorry. That's just how I am. Alright. I will be right back. I'm going to throw on some lashes, a liner, and a lippy, and we'll talk more about this palette. Okay, so I am back, and I am so sorry if I just kind of rambled on about a bunch of random shit. Yeah, I can't ever really, sometimes my thoughts are never really full thoughts, and then they just kind of go elsewhere. My brain just doesn't focus. So I have no idea if it was actually understandable or not. But about the project pan, should I use a couple of palettes for a certain amount of time? How long should that time be? Would that be interesting? Would that be not interesting? I don't know. Okay. Anyways, I threw on this Dominique Creamy Fill Define Lip Liner. It's in Crush is the name. I've never used it. Kind of like it. Okay, question. Has anybody, I heard that if you match the lipstick to your nipple area, your areola, I believe, that would be your perfect nude. Has anybody ever done that? Like, have you tried to swatch and figure out your perfect nude? Does it work? Is it correct? I don't know. Anyways, random. Okay. I am in a weird mood today. I threw on, these are the Lashy Box Lashes in JJ. And then I threw on Dirty Talk in my waterline. It's just this kind of muted gold look color thing. And yeah, so the palette, I hate the packaging. I mean, I love this idea, you know, but I hate the fact that it's a fucking sticker. And not only is it a sticker, but it doesn't like go over the whole thing. It's like cut into 3 pieces. So it makes it so you can literally just pull them off, and they're thick. And yeah, I don't like that. It came broken, but I'm gonna blame that on the way it was packaged. I like it. A lot of people, I'm happy I like it because it's not a cheap palette. The shimmer is okay. It's not bad. I had to spray it. I think that it'll go really well with the smoke session because the smoke session has a whole bunch of shimmers in it that I think would go with this palette. So I'm excited about that, to maybe put them together and get more use. I love this look. It's beautiful. I love these colors. That yellow was nice. It was a little dusty. That one in particular was a lot dusty. I only used 4 shades, you know, so I can't really, this is just my first impressions on the palette. I can't fully give it a full review. That Roll It shade, that dark brown, it was a little bit challenging to work with because it did kind of lift a little bit, but so, and that's where the whole pack it on, blend it out, pack it on, blend it out, pack it on in the spot that's balding, and then just don't touch it and it's fine. I've dealt with shadows that do that. It's not uncommon, and yeah, it doesn't really bother me. I was able to pack it on and it looked fine. I did struggle a little bit with blending. Yeah, the blending was a little bit challenging, but it wasn't too bad. Overall, I do like it. Now, if I was in a hurry, would I grab this palette? Fuck no. This is not a 10-minute look palette. This took me 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And that was with talking. So that's not too bad, but it is something that if you're just in a hurry, you are not going to want to use this. I don't know how long a lot of people spend on their eye looks. I like to spend around 10 minutes. So it was a little bit long, but I was talking, and 25 minutes isn't too bad. It was 25. I'll have to look at the camera again because I'm re-recording since I went off camera and I'm back on, but it wasn't too bad. And my hair is super wild. Okay. Anyways, now that I have mumbled on and you are probably gone and not listening, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Our get ready video is interesting to you. When I watched a couple of videos, and like I said, the like talking are the videos that people are more interested in lately. So I thought maybe another get ready with me would be more interesting than just reviewing the palette. All right, thank you. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate it. Go ahead and comment. Let's chat. That's why I love YouTube. I just love chatting with everybody. And yeah, all right, bye.